Meep meep. Alright, welcome back, boys. It's your favorite squirrel, and today we're going to go over these patch notes. Now, the main thing I wanted to talk about was there's some PvP balance adjustments. I think there was a separate notice about it. A few of you guys asked me to do a video on that, but I was otherwise occupied, but it looks like they posted it again here, so we're going to go over it. So we'll cover all the other sections really fast. New Guild Wars season. Vast majority of you guys won't care about that, but it is cool for the people, pushing for top 3 or whatever. New episode. Again, I think, other than the people who care about the story, most people don't really care about it, although a lot of times there is some cool equipment that is given out. But I don't see anything here, so it looks like no new sweet free pen gear or whatever. But you do get more add-ins. Aiden, however you say this. I've literally never seen this hero before in anything, so I have no idea what she does. Now this is what I really want to talk about. So basically they're doing a whole bunch of adjustments to Soul Weaver. So let's just go over it. And it's kind of confusing because it's different for every single constellation or horoscope, whatever you want to call it. But I skimmed it real quick before, and it looks like it's just buffs across the board. So on the left-hand side, you have the current stats. On the right-hand side, you have what it's going to be. So for Tauruses, I mean, look at this. It's just a straight buff. More HP, 7 more speed. And I love that they did this because no one's going to remember which ones are Taurus Soul Weavers. They put a little chart of what heroes are actually impacted. And yeah, basically Ray and Sinful Angelica are going to be faster. Actually, give me a second here. I just want to make sure that these values are accurate. So it says here that Sinful Angelica is going to be 114. So that would imply that her current max base speed is 107. So I'm in the Hero Journal in Epic 7 right now. It's 108. Wait, what? 108. Oh, this is for 5 stars, I guess. So it's a little bit less, I suppose. So Ray, let's look at Ray then, because I guess that chart is for 5 stars. Where is Ray? There we go. Sidonia. Ray, he is 110. So yeah, it's accurate. 7 more speed. And it was 6 more speed for Sinful Inject. So I guess the stat bump is less as you go down the star tiers. Okay. I just wanted to confirm that before we start going so I'm not misunderstanding any of this data. So overall, Tauruses, big buff to them. Gemini, 4 speed is replaced with 12 effect resistance. But the speed is enhanced from 103 to 105. Okay. Oh, these are awakened stats. So it's still a net buff. And you get 12 more effect resistance. So DN goes from 105. No, this is not current. So DN will be at 105 base speed. So all the 5-star units will be at 105 base speed. Again, I just want to double check that because I'm a moron and I just want to be sure. I can't find these damn heroes though. Where is DN? Is she not star genealogy? Rotania maybe? There we go. Alright, yeah, she's 103. So yeah, 2 speed buff. Not a huge difference. Nice chunk of ER though, so minimal change there. Although this ER is nice. 12 ER is nothing to sneeze at. Here, Cancer looks like got a massive speed buff. 89 to 100. Who are Cancers? Destina. I mean, she got... did she get massively buffed recently? Like, she got buffed recently, and everyone thought she was going to be crazy, and she's borderline unusable. So, I guess this is still good. I mean, 11 extra speed... That's massive for any hero, right? So all these heroes no one really uses. Doris, however, Doris is ass slow, and this is a pretty solid buff to her then. So maybe we'll see more Dorises. Destina, I don't know. We'll see. Virgo, more health, more defense, 2 more speed. So mainly just made Chloe is impacted by this. I don't think this will have much of an impact. She gets a little tankier for free. It's not really, most people don't build super fast maids or anything, so kind of relevant. Holy cow, Libra, 11 base speed enhancement, more attack and health. Wait, what? So does that mean there's no... Oh, Aether. Aether's the only one impact? Guys, it's going to be the Aether meta. I was like, where the hell are the heroes? There's literally no 5-star Libras, apparently. Sagittarius, 3 speed. Ooh, DJ Basara. So Tamarin, I mean, she's amazing for PvE, but she doesn't need a buff. DJB gets a little bit more attack, a little bit more effectiveness, and some speed, which makes sense because both Tamarin and DJB have debuffs. I mean, again, a net buff. So I think I don't think we have to go through every single chart here now. I think the conclusion of this is every single Soul Weaver is getting a buff, but it's a marginal buff for the most part. Like, some of them are bigger than others, like 10 speed buffs are pretty massive. But overall, it's marginal. It's nothing huge. It's not like they're getting like 50% more HP or something, right? I don't think these buffs for any of the heroes will make an unusable Soul Weaver into a usable / dominant one. I think it's very fine-tuned changes. So I think like 5 to 10% change in overall effectiveness at most. Now, the main thing is, I think I saw somewhere before, yes. I think a big part of the Soul Weaver adjustments is this. We all knew this couldn't be permanent, right? Final speed of Soul Weavers increased by 15%. That is such a ghetto, garbage way to balance stuff. So we knew they were going to get rid of this eventually. So instead of getting rid of it, it looks like they halved it from 15 to 7. And then they kind of gave Soul Weavers different amounts of speed to account for that. And so basically what? DN gets 9 speed now instead of 15? Is that how it works? So it looks like they're trying to fine-tune each Soul Weaver based on their utilization. And my guess is at some point in the future, maybe Soul Weavers will be balanced again to give them even more speed or something like that. And this will go away. Because I actually hate this thing. I think this whole idea of certain classes just getting a flat base buff for no reason is a stupid mechanic. I get they were trying to make Soul Weavers be more utilized, and fine as a temporary measure, I think it works, but I think this always has to be a temporary measure. This thing, I guess it's fine. I mean, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of it, but it's fine. At least it's not RNG, right? Like, whatever. It's fine. I guess with all of their ignoring advantageous elements stuff, they wanted something in the game to still reward advantageous elements, so I guess that's staying. Now this chart, this is pretty significant, right? I don't think anyone really knows this chart by heart. You just kind of feel it. Most people just glance at it at the start of the season to get a sense of how it's going. And from what I'm looking at, they're significantly trying to maybe slow down the matches because the increased attack percentage, you could see right now, it's pretty crazy. 10 to 200, it'll only go from 5 to 120 now. So it ramps up a lot more slowly. And basically, you won't be turreted as much. Like, the games won't end as quickly. I think they probably had this in place when the stall meta was popular and they want to speed games up. Now that everyone's playing cleave or aggro, they're trying to slow it back down and make, like, Knights and Soul Weavers even more relevant. So that's to go there. Effectiveness didn't change at all. Decrease max health. This also got reduced a little bit. You see it goes down to 70. Now it caps out at 50. And decrease healing stayed the same. I guess they thought that was fine. This thing is very good, though. This thing I agree with, because they decrease max health, they decrease healing, but they never really addressed barriers, and they're finally doing that. So, like, near the end of Battle Frenzy, like, the barrier was more than your entire HP, right? Because that didn't go down with Frenzy. So, yeah, this makes a lot of sense to me. It's actually more brutal than it is for HP. It'll Like, basically, if you stall too long, FCC becomes useless because the barrier is going to be reduced by 90%. But I think I agree with this. Well done, Smilegate. That makes a lot of sense. Shu and Snow Crystal coming up. I hate this hero. She is ugly, and I hate her art. But honestly, with the buffs, she's pretty good. I've gotten my ass beat. I wish I had this one match recorded. Some dude in RTA soloed my team with Shu. I wish I had that recorded. I would have posted it for sure and just been like, this is a Chad Shu. I could not hurt the damn thing, and it was like one-shotting my A Ravi. I was like, it was one of those moments where, you never want to build the specific hero. You're like, that hero's Garbo, and then someone annihilates you with it, and you're like, huh, I need to build that slut. And that's how I felt. I still didn't build her, though, because I went to it, and I saw that face, and I was like, no, I'm not using that. Book of Memories, no one knows what that is. I don't know what that is. No one cares what that is. Ignore that. This artifact is ass. Never use it. And you can buy more equipment packs. That's fantastic. No one's going to do that because, I guess the whales will do it. But basically all the pack says is you're going to get 10 pieces of ass for $50. This thing, I think this is only $10. I mean, if you guys are, feeling lucky, for newer players, this isn't bad. I think it's only $10. For established heroes, you're just going to get a dupe. I would say don't bother. And whatever, dash pack, I guess that's pretty good too. Is that what I was thinking? Is that the one that's $10? I think they're both $10. And what is this? Some UI improvements. It's fine. They're changing Xeno. They're changing some Hall of Trials things. Okay. Yeah, it looks like just generic quality of life stuff after that. So the main thing was that stuff. And, this should have been up top. This is pretty big. So injury set. They're buffing that so that when you use single attacks, it's up to 12% instead of 6%. So, yeah, I guess that's a huge buff to injury. I mean, I still don't know if a lot of people are going to re-gear to injury, but that's certainly a hell of a buff, right? That's like double the impact. But the bigger thing that has a lot of people going crazy probably is this. That is a massive buff, right? Like, that's 50% better than it used to be. So I think we might see a lot of heroes actually go to Destruction Set, because gear score wise, if you don't care about their speed that much, you just put them on Destruction Set and speed boots. Like, if you're fine with them being like 180 to 210 speed, if you have premium gear, that's not hard on Destruction gear at all. Because everyone thinks of Destruction gear and they're like, oh, well, that's going to be like 350 crit damage, 110 speed. But no, like, people were already running certain heroes on Destruction, like LQC and S10A. And that has suddenly gotten a lot more attractive. So I think we're going to see a lot more Destruction. So if they actually go through with this, because I think it's just a preview, we're going to see a lot more people change to Destruction Set, and like gear score wise, it might be very worth it too. What is this? Didn't they already do this? I thought we can already see how they've been enhanced. I don't know. And I guess you can listen to your waifu scream in Japanese soon. But anyways, that's the patch preview. I think that's pretty much everything. The main stuff was this and the Battle Frenzy adjustments. Overall, I don't really have anything terrible to say. In terms of Soul Weaver adjustments, pretty marginal overall, and I think the majority of the reason for it was just to mitigate this. The Battle Frenzy adjustments, I have no problem with them. I agree with them. I actually don't like them because I like the matches to be fast, because there's nothing more boring than a 10-minute RTA match. But I get it. They want to slow it down a little bit. This part I definitely agree with, the decreased barrier. So overall, I don't really have too many complaints about this. Yeah, honestly, I think, I don't know. I think one thing that Smilegate has succeeded in this RTA meta, as much as I don't like the meta, I think part of why I don't like the meta is I'm just kind of burnt out still. but I think they've definitely addressed the hero diversity part about it. I did RTA on the last day real quick just to make sure I lock in at least Emperor. And the number of heroes that are viable right now, I think, is pretty fantastic. I think the funness of it is still kind of lame for me because the game always at I mean, we could do a separate video about this, but the fact that so many matches come down to RNG still is kind of infuriating, especially if heroes like LHC in the game where you lose because you randomly dual attack. Like, there's just too many things like that where it's just like, this isn't fun. Like, you just lose to random BS that you have no control over. That's something I want Smallgate to do a little better in future metas, making players feel like they have control over the win or loss. There's a lot of matches where I just feel like win or loss depends on, oh, is it gonna resist this, or which hero is it gonna pull for the dual attack, or you dual attacked and now you lose because LHC is gonna one-shot you. There's just so much randomness in the game that makes it hard to feel competitive, and yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, that's outside the scope of this patch review. If I missed anything, guys, feel free to comment on it. You guys always love to correct me, and I'm down with that. And thanks for watching. Till next time, boys. Peace out.